Hello and welcome to our channel. I'm Megan.
And I'm Larah.
And today we're just going to be talking about our goals for 2022 and kind of who we are and introducing ourselves.
Okay, so I'm 21 and I am here. We're in Joplin, Missouri at Missouri Southern State University, and I'm studying healthcare administration with a minor in business.
And I'm studying mass communications. No minor. Thought about it for a second, but I don't want to do extra school. I'm almost 21 next month. I'm only 20 right now, so. I am married, so that's something different about me than Larah. Larah lives a single life, but that's okay. We're all on our own path, so it doesn't really matter. It's fine. But yeah, I don't live on campus. I live in an apartment with my husband.
So I'm from Illinois and Megan is from Missouri. We met because we were roommates by luck of the draw.
Well, it was because my sister knew an RA. She went to Missouri Southern before I did. She knew an RA, and the RA was able to get me into a better dorm than I was going to be able to get into. And I didn't really know her, but I just knew, like, she wrote my name down, so I was going to room with her or be just in her room. So I get there, and then Larah also knew that RA.
She was my RA the year before, and so she
Right.
asked me if I wanted to live with her. And I was like, sure, like I don't mind living with an RA.
So we both ended up being in the same room, but how the dorm that we were set up in, it was 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and like a living space. So we weren't sharing a room yet. We were just in 2 separate rooms. But the first time I met her, she was like helping me move in, and she was just really sweet and nice, and I was like, I want to be her friend.
I have a very big personality. I'm very outgoing. I will talk to anyone. But then at semester, the girl that I was in a room with, so there's 4 people in that room, so 2 and 2, and she graduated. And so instead of me possibly moving in with another random person, Megan and I were like, why don't we just move in a room together? Because Megan's roommate had moved out 2 weeks into the semester. So then that's how we became closer, is when you're living in a box with someone else. You get to know them.
Right. And I would just kind of tag along with her and her friends because she'd already been at school for a whole year before I even got there. And I wouldn't say I'm like shy necessarily, but I just felt really weird trying to make friends. I lived in the same place my whole life, went to the same school for like 15 years straight. So it was just really weird to go somewhere new. But Larah really just let me hang around with her and her friends, and the rest is kind of history after that.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me now. I'm here for the long haul. Do we want to talk about our goals and aspirations for 2022?
Yeah, what are some of your goals?
So both Megan and I are religious. We both have a relationship with God, and something that I'm really striving for in 2022 is to strengthen that. And that's a big goal of mine, is to strengthen my relationship with God. To eat better. I have stomach issues anyway. But to feel better overall as a person, inside and out. Yeah. That's really it.
Those are pretty good. I think some of my goals one of them is probably just to be healthier. Sometimes I don't like what I see in the mirror, and I shouldn't like say that, but it's true. So I'm trying to lose weight a healthy way, just by changing my everyday habits, and not by like starving myself or anything, but just like really making those healthier decisions for myself so I can feel better and look better. I also want to grow closer to God. I think that every Christian's like that every single year. And it's a goal that's never really ending, because you can always be better in your faith, I think.
I think there's always something to learn.
Right. Some other things. So we decided that we are just going to read some questions that we found off of Pinterest, and just to kind of get to know us better, some fun questions. So, Larah, what shows are you into right now?
Hospitals. I will watch anything that has to do with a hospital. I watched a good chunk of Grey's Anatomy, but I'm right now into Night Shift on Netflix. Really into it. Makes me sob, all the things. But I also like crime shows, like NCIS, Law and Order, things like that.
I don't mind those. I think that what I'm into right now, though, is like anything that's like sitcom, like any sitcom. I like to laugh, I like to have fun. I like how short they are, and like there's not much of a commitment. Like you can just sit down and watch them for 20 minutes and then do something else. But I tend to binge them like all day long.
Fun fact, one of the things that Megan and I first bonded over was My Name is Earl.
Oh
If you
yeah,
haven't seen that show, worth the watch. We
it's
used to
so
watch it
funny.
all the time.
That was definitely our go-to.
Yeah.
Also, our go-to is also like food shows. We just like watching like Guy Fieri. We like watching, like Master Chef. That's what we would do when we shared a room.
Mm-hmm.
We would like, we moved the TV into our room and we just watch cooking shows all night.
Absolutely.
And it was just our thing.
And Bob's Burgers. Don't forget.
Oh, Bob's Burgers. Yes, that's a good one.
That. Okay. What's your favorite drink?
Sweet tea. All day, every day. Love sweet tea. What about you?
I'm a liquid holic. I think I will drink. I love drinks. Like I don't know. I don't have a favorite.
She'll walk around with like 2 or 3 drinks all at once.
Multiple. Like I always have multiple cups.
She goes to a nutrition place and she'll buy a shake and like a tea.
Yes. And then I have a water bottle.
Right. So gotta have them all.
Constantly I'm drinking things.
Well, also we don't mind the occasional Starbucks. All right.
Absolutely. 7 Brew.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you're in the 4-state area, Arkansas, Missouri, you need to get to a 7 Brew as quick as possible.
Yeah. I mean, they do have a really good thing where like you get a punch card and like for every 11 drink is like paid for. You also get a free drink on your birthday. So if it's your birthday, you have a 7 Brew next to you. Check it out. All right. So what's your very first memory that you can think about?
I was like 4 or 5. I was young. And my cousins and I used to play wiffle ball when we were young in my grandma's backyard. And I remember one of them smacking me right in the head. I was like standing right behind him and he went back to hit it and got me right in the head. And I remember that because I was so mad at him.
That's funny. My first memory involves me getting injured too. My parents were selling a house. It took them forever to sell this house that they lived in when I was like a little baby. And I remember there was like a step between like the kitchen and the living room. And I had like a little chair that was on it, but one of the legs was off the edge. And I sat down on it and my older brother, pushed me and it knocked me over. And then I remember just like running to my mom in the other room, like crying. And that was it. But yeah, gotta love brothers.
What's your favorite thing about yourself?
Probably that I'm not afraid to just be me and just, be alone, I guess. Like today in class, everyone had someone else at their table. Like it was like tables with like 2 chairs at them. I was the only one sitting by myself and I was fine with it. I was okay with it. Hurt a little bit at the beginning, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I'm there to learn. That's really the most important thing.
I think my favorite thing about myself, I think, is also I'm very independent, a very independent person, but I also like that I'm very outgoing. Like I do have fears just like anyone else, but I'm not scared to talk to someone. I'm not scared to take hold of a situation. Like if something's going on and I know that I can help and fix it, I will. So I think that's my favorite thing about myself.
Another thing that's a fun fact about us is Larah is an only sibling.
Just me.
I mean, an only child.
Only child. Same thing.
I have 3 siblings. I have an older brother, an older sister, and then a younger sister. So we definitely grew up different in that aspect. I always had to share things. I'm the middle child. I always had to, make myself be known, and the spotlight was always on Larah, which is fine. It's fine. But it just shows that people grow up differently, and that even though we're different in a lot of ways, we still are really, we're best friends, and it's important to have those differences.
Oh, definitely. It makes our friendship as good as it is because we both function our own, have our own lives and do our own things. But then, when we do want to hang out and see each other, we make time and we do that. So,
right.
Yeah.
Who is your role model?
I think I have a few, but I just want, like, the women in my family are very, like, I don't know, it's kind of cliche, but, like, my mom is, like, one of my biggest role models, but, like, the women in my family are very strong and very, like, driven by God, and, like, God is really important to them, and, like, and so that's what I strive to be. I strive to be, like, the women in my family.
I would think my mom is one of my big role models too, but more than that, my grandma is a really big role model to me. My mom's mom, she is always pushing, always striving to do the next thing, never slowing down, just always trying to make everybody happy and just do the best thing for others and not really herself. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, she helped her husband run a dairy farm.
Yeah,
that's and still to this day,
right?
Takes
Has
care
cattle.
of
Yeah,
cattle. Like, and yeah, she's great.
She's a feisty old lady.
Absolutely.
So some things that you can probably get from our channel that we plan on talking about is, like, we plan on thrifting, we plan on doing anything to do with, like, fashion or shopping. We plan on doing vlogs, which we're going to try and vlog once a week, and also do, like, a sit-down video like this. But really, we just want to do what you guys want to see, so if you have any ideas for us that we could do, please comment them, let us know. And also follow us on Instagram. Mine's at Megan May Daniel.
Mine is LMGross18. It'll be
yeah, we'll put it on the screen. But definitely follow us on Instagram as well. But I think that's gonna do it for this one.
Your TikTok?
Oh right, I also have a TikTok.
Megan has like 1,000 followers on TikTok.
It's really nothing. It's fine. I just post kind of whatever I want on that one. It's just at Megan May. But then I also have one where I'm going to start posting more about fashion and shopping and stuff, and that's called Thrift with Meg. So you can check those out too. I'll link them in the description below. But
well, we hope you guys enjoyed this first video. I know we're super excited to open this chapter in our lives. We've been talking about it for way too long to not do it. So, and always remember that it's always the little things that matter. Bye, guys.